Good morning, Sagittarius, and welcome to Saged Muse Spirit. And this is your spirit message of the week, a message from the spirit guides, anyone who wants to talk to Sagittarius. So let's get into it. Because sometimes we don't know what they want from us, and so they're giving you a heads up. Yes, I hope that you had a great weekend for sure. So for this reading, we are using the Archangel Power cards and the Intuit Tarot for clarification. So let's get into it, because it feels like this is for those who have been maybe struggling with figuring out how they can be of service to others. Now, this does talk about a job, perhaps, or a career, a healing career. And Lord have mercy, there are so many healing careers. People tend to uber focus on the spiritual careers, and when they think about healing, but there's so much more, to be honest, and so there are so many ways in which we can help other people. So don't think that this is at all limited, okay? Okay. Sorry, y'all. Under the deck, we have the Hermit and the Star, which is just you're finding answers, how you can be of service to others through healing. And that's really beautiful, because it also kind of says that this is something that you're meant to do. Maybe you've had just a hard time figuring it out, and the Hermit is here to shine light on it for you, because all of a sudden you do figure out what it is you're supposed to do. And if this seems like far-fetched to people, it isn't, because with everything I've been through this year, and I have been so lucky to survive and thrive, because many people don't. Many people will go through what I've been through after me, as is the case with everything, right? So, I have been wondering, how I could be of service, right? How can I help other people? So right now, I haven't figured that out exactly. But I do talk about my experience online and on TikTok specifically. And so hopefully my experience will help someone else. And this is what always comes up for Sagittarius, because I do believe that this is how we help other people. Because Sagittarius has a gift, and it's showing up here. It's like, remember everything you've been through with the Strength card and Temperance. I must remember it. How you help other people is by sharing your experience, and sharing it in a positive way, meaning, the strength that it gave you, how it built the confidence within you, because that strength is overcoming. And so it's not like about talking about the crappy things that have happened to you in sort of a complaining way, or a way that brings people down. This is you, because with Temperance, we figure out how to balance things out, how to make them work. And so, at times the bad things work for us, because they show us different things and they make us stronger. And that's what you're supposed to do. This is how you become of service to others. It's like, what can I find within this situation, and how has it like improved me or improved my life, and how can I share that with others? Right? It's essentially just like the magician, where you can take these elements that aren't so great to make something better and to make something good, because that is a gift. Every Sagittarian I have ever known has had that gift. We don't like bad situations, they don't keep us down, you know, because we learn how to make something better out of them. That's what it's like to be an alchemist, right? And that's what you're supposed to show other people, and that is how you help other people heal. How this helps you. I feel like because the Queen of Pentacles is here and the Knight of Wands, I feel like it helps you because you've been looking to do something, right? And this is how you help. This is how you nurture others. And so it may help you figure out because with the Queen of Pentacles, it's like, what do I do? You've been wondering how to do something for other people, and maybe even like in terms of offering a service, because the Queen of Pentacles is also about stability, right? And grounding. And, I just feel like you maybe, this is also has to do with self-care and how you take care of yourself. So it could be a service. I mean, it could be a product too, for sure, but definitely something that you're going to take action on that not only lends to your stability, but allows for you to nurture others, to essentially be the mother, right? And Spirit's advice to you is, it's like you may think that you can't do it, like because of your situation or whatever you have going on, that you can't do it. You don't have time. You have to work because you have obligations. And while that is true, because the Two of Pentacles is here, Spirit saying you can do both things. You can do both things. It might mean that, there is a time where things are really busy, but you definitely can. And this is really going to help your spirit. Page of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the King of Cups. I feel like there will be other people to help you when you're looking for that to happen. The truth is you think maybe that you don't know anything about this, but you actually do. And if you spend some time on your own, just thinking, meditating, whatever, you'll see that you actually do have the knowledge for this. It could be also someone who reminds you of that, because the King of Cups is someone who's helping, right? They're understanding, they're compassionate, and it might be someone that you're talking to because you're like, I don't know anything about this, I can't do this, and because I feel like there is something that's reminding you of all your experiences, that it's your experiences that fuel this thing. So you do know. maybe there are certain elements of it that you don't know. And so there will be time for you to figure that out. Like, because we see the Three of Wands, solutions, the Nine of Wands, and the World. And then we have decision right underneath it. Like, it's a big change. For sure, no one is even saying that. There will be planning required. It's not going to be like simple. It will take time, and at times it will be really frustrating, and it will be where you feel overwhelmed, right? But with the World, there is success here, and it's completely worth it. Well, I felt like I didn't even need clarification for that. I felt like I didn't. So definitely look towards your experiences and how it is that you can make something from that, which, actually pays the bills and allows for you to help other people. Spirit is saying that is what you're supposed to do, and they're also telling you it's not going to be easy at first. Okay. So let's see. What else do you have to tell Sagittarius? What else do you have to tell Sagittarius? Oh, Nine of Swords. Yeah, it's like, stop worrying. You have time, See, and it's definitely a great idea to make a plan. It's like everything doesn't, the King of Swords wants you to be logical, right? Wants you to have a long-term plan and to see things from up high, as we always do. We're big picture people. You may be worried that you can't do this, but it's like you don't have to do it right now. Right now is time to look for a plan, look for options, because the Seven of Cups is here. It's like, just make the decision that you're going to do this, and then, you'd be surprised how the universe shows up for you. Like the information, the options, will all show up for you. And that's what they're telling you. I like it. And you may need to get advice. The King of Swords can also represent a person. They usually give good advice about how you can pull this off over time, right? Yep, and there's the King of Cups again. It feels like there is someone who helps you make the decision and really says to you, about not letting the unknowns get in your way. Okay, amen, amen. Especially when it comes to finances. Like, you may be overly thinking about, well, I don't have money for this. Well, you kind of do. You will. It will show up for you when you need it. Okay, so let's get some final words. Final words. Oh, let's look at these animal spirits. I'm surrounded by animal spirits, y'all. Some advice for Sagittarius. Advice for Sag. Oh my goodness. That's a lot. Okay. Open-mindedness. There is more than one way of looking at things. You must be ready to accept alternative viewpoints and new ideas. You must open your eyes to new ideas and new ways of resolving problems. Well, that's self-explanatory. So I hope this really helps, Sagittarius. I'll talk to you soon. Toodles.